Should I retweet Curb Rim Media here?
There it goes.
Hey,
Hey, we are live.
We're live. So what platforms are we on right now? I see we've got the Curve Brim Media Facebook page.
Correct.
We've got the Curve Brim Media YouTube.
Yep.
And then what's this other Facebook? The Baseball Bucket List Facebook. So are we on Twitter anywhere?
Let's take a look. It looks like it was deleted on the baseball bucket list one.
Uh-oh.
No. I'm trying to make it go live there as well. So it might not show up. I don't understand. Interesting.
I hope I didn't break anything. That's why you guys shouldn't.
You broke it. That's it. That's it.
Shouldn't give me
Anna,
keys
The
to
one
anything.
who created the website broke it. That's it.
Yeah, that's two knuckleheads who have no technical skills whatsoever.
Right. Exactly.
Anna, what'd you do?
Oh no.
The one who created the awesome website. Yeah, let's go ahead and kick her out because that makes a
Yeah.
lot of sense.
Get out of here, Anna. So, well, how about this? I'm just going to tweet out the link to the YouTube.
The YouTube or curvemedia.com, which is live there as well.
Oh, curvebrimmedia.com.
What's up, Colin? Is it on MySpace? Is MySpace still out around?
It still is, man.
I think it's for like for bands and whatnot. It's for
Yeah.
musical groups.
Oh, I
Tom
didn't
made out
see-
like a bandit though. He got like 5 million for that or something.
Uh-oh. I have not been on MySpace since like I started using Facebook, to be honest with you.
I had like 11 friends on MySpace when Facebook came along. I'm like, let me try this new Facebook thing.
What is this thing? Remember when you could play music on it as well? You know, you can edit the music that they could hear on MySpace. That was amazing. Let's see. I want to check it out now. See, you guys got me all like all. Anyways, before we go, it's like, how's everybody doing?
How is everybody?
Before we go down the rabbit hole of MySpace, how's everybody? How you doing, Paul? Anna, how's everybody?
I'm doing very well. I've got a high school graduation this week, my first, and I just figured out today. Well, so in the storied tradition of having children in school, I learned today about a deadline that I feel like I should have learned about a long time ago. So my daughter Olivia is in the honors program at Gonzaga.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
And,
congratulations.
The honors program apparently moves in before the rest of the student body. And so rather than driving out there for the regular for the regular move-in date, which I thought was a certain date, turns out I need to get from Fort Collins, Colorado to Spokane, Washington, roughly 36 hours after I land from my baseball palooza trip. So I've got
and you're driving.
I'm driving. Yeah, we're driving because we've got a cello and a piano and like we got all this stuff, like a keyboard. But
you better start getting on that energy drink as soon as you get in.
Get the energy drink, and we need to we just need to get ourselves together here, get our act together. But what I learned, which is very exciting, is not only do I get to be out there in Spokane, the Spokane Indians are not playing, but that's just as well, because guess who is playing? Our Tri-City Dust Devils.
Very cool.
Just down the road. And so I have already alerted Eric Mertens that I am going to be rolling into Pasco, Washington to see some Tri-City Dust Devils baseball. I get to see him in Carina. And
look at you saying it right.
How do you like that? That was good. So we'll hang out. I'll get to see that. And then I'm going to come home by way of Salt Lake City. So maybe I'll try to get the Ogden Raptors. So
nice.
Look, Patrick Larson says, hello, CBM fam. I like CBM fam.
I like that now. I like that.
Absolutely. So anyway, Anna, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be back. As Zach pointed out, missing my chance right now to see Showtime in Arlington, just to hang out with you two and all of the commenters and people who are joining us today. So pretty excited about that. But
Love it.
yeah, other than that, it's all good. I'm excited for you. Get to see Eric the Peanut Guy up there in on his home turf and all that fun stuff. It should be a great time. Baseball Palooza
Yeah.
2.0, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah. Well, yeah, I was going to see how many
Extra
baseball.
innings.
Yeah.
That's what we'll call it.
Baseball Palooza extra innings.
I love it. I love it. So, we have Eric Prophet here. So, Eric, I
that's
did
right,
this
he's at
just
the
for you
ballpark.
tonight. I've got my Kansas City T-Bones souvenir plastic cup here.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Hanging out at the ballpark.
Eric is at the ball game against the Springfield
Yeah.
Cardinals here. Yeah. So,
Which-
Ed, nobody has
what was
asked you, how are you doing?
You know, I'm always good, baby.
That's true. When is Ed not smiling?
I'm always smiling, so I'm always good. You know, so I'm happy as a clam right now. So
That's good.
everything's
That's good.
good. Honestly, everything's good.
Here's the most important question for you guys. What is the next minor league baseball game that you're going to?
I don't know. I have not decided just yet. We were gonna maybe, and this is, I mean, this is like in a stratosphere, like in March right now. Like we don't maybe a Charlotte Knights Sunday,
Very
maybe.
cool.
I mean, but this is like
You're right.
maybe.
That's a beautiful ballpark. You're gonna love it.
Love that ballpark.
That's a
Love that.
beautiful ballpark right there.
Such a cool ballpark
Absolutely.
to be at.
Yeah. Anna, how about you?
This Friday is the home opener for my Cleburne Railroaders, so I
Very
will be
nice.
there. You know, I'll be there.
Absolutely.
Got to check out. Got to get the scoop on those new ice cream helmets that they've been teasing online.
They
so
sure have been.
I gotta put eyes on them. I'll let you guys know.
That's what I'm talking about.
I got to break that news, and I couldn't believe it was. And
That's
Pat
cool.
Larson fed me the line. He even fed me the line about you got the scoop on that story. So
just went in it with it.
Yeah, that was pretty good. So ostensibly, I mean, so I actually thought I had a pretty good beat on when my next minor league baseball was going to be, but I learned through the magic of Twitter today, through Stadium Journey's website, that the Northern Colorado Owls with a Z opening day is in jeopardy here because the stadium's not ready yet, and
I can't believe that
they don't know when it's going to be ready. And so there's a lot of questions about where they're going to play or if they're going to have any home games. They might have to do that like Hartford Yard Goats thing, right, where they
played the whole year on the road.
Did a whole year on the road. Yeah, this was an article by Matt Finnegan with Stadium Journey. And he tagged me in that to let me know because he knows I've been, tracking the progress of the Owls with a Z here. So anyway, I'm hoping to get to see them play, but we'll see.
What's up, Johnny?
It's up in the air right now.
Yeah, I'm with Patrick on this one. I want some Owls with a Z merch. I try to look for a number, an email, or something, to let them know, hey, listen, I'm looking at this hat right here.
Yeah.
Is it a dad hat? What is this?
Yeah.
Can you show me nothing?
Yeah.
So
if they know it's good for them, they'll work with Paul to make a Owls with a Z, like Owls.
I really want that.
Z.
Yeah. I really want that. I
you really should work on that.
Yeah. Well, what's funny? I could get the original logo files for that logo because guess who did that logo? None other than my close personal friend Dan Simon.
Very cool.
It is.
Yeah, it's a Dan Simon classic from their Orem days. And here's some Dan Simon news for you that I'm super excited about. I told Ed this already, but that Dan Simon is going to join us. He is going to join Team Baseball Palooza for Game 1 of our Baseball Palooza trip.
Awesome.
In Louisville. So I'm super excited for that.
And
the bats.
That's
bats.
amazing.
Yeah.
I just ordered my Murciélagos dad hat.
Oh, I love that brand. That's now listen, I'm trying with the Spanish words, right? But that's that I don't know.
That's all right. Listen, that's a hard one. That's a hard one. That's not bad at all.
Did I do okay?
That's good. There you go.
I'm working on it.
Look at Patrick Larson with the scoop. they just hired a merch manager like 3 weeks ago.
Know that?
Hey, Patrick, get in touch with that merch manager and let them know. Looking for dad hats for the collection.
My buddy asked me the other day, he says, does anyone in Curve Brim Media know more than you do about minor league baseball? I'm like, there could be a couple of guys there who know more. I was like, talk to Pat Larson, talk to James Christopher. Jeez.
So, hey, we are all a collective.
We're all collective
baseball.
now, absolutely. But Pat is a freaking encyclopedia of minor league baseball.
Seriously.
Yeah, he's got that inside track, that's for sure.
Anna's the go-to on international baseball. If I have an international baseball question, I'm going to Anna.
I won't have an answer for you, but I can put you in contact with somebody who will.
All right.
Let me get
Pat
back to you on that.
Pat did I hope that name didn't break your toe when you dropped it there.
Look at that. My God. Wow. I like this one. LBT should do a design for the owls with a Z.
Yes, I love
See,
that.
there you go, John.
Yes,
I'm gonna reach out to Zach here and ask about that. That would be pretty good.
You know what? Get him in touch with official league, and then maybe
I
they'll
was gonna
drop it.
say.
Holy smokes!
Yeah, did you just see that with the NBA paint?
Yeah, it's pretty
collab?
good. I saw they had
Yeah.
one for my 76ers there. So
Yeah.
Did you
it's
get
nice.
one for the 76ers?
no, I didn't because it's the NBA and like, what am I gonna do with it? When am I gonna wear an NBA hat?
True story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even during the off season, I still wear a baseball hat. So
Yeah. So, all right. So I have a question. It's sort of a follow-up on last week.
Yep.
You're waving around your David Letterman card there, like you also had some questions.
you know I do.
gotta, like,
you know
throw
me.
it
I
behind you
you
and
know I
make
write these suckers down,
the
buddy.
glass crashing sound. Well, so here's my question for you. Last week we talked about no hitters, and would you be okay with seeing your team get no hit? Obviously, everyone who's been on Twitter for like a minute in the last week knows that the Pirates got no hit and still won the game against the Reds.
Yes.
With regrets to our friend Emma Sagerman, who she was the TikTok minor league baseball logo reviewer. Was Emma Sagerman. She's a Reds fan living in Philadelphia, but the Pittsburgh Pirates won a game while not getting a hit. Here's my question: it's the 8th inning. Your team has no hits. The bases are loaded and there's one out. So this is exactly the situation that they were in. Do you root for your team to score a run without getting a hit the way the Pirates did and win a game while getting no hit? Or do you still want them to get hit because you don't want that ignominy of...
Does the W count?
The W counts, but
doesn't matter.
So you don't care whether your team wins on a no-hitter or not?
Listen, this is a great trivia question, right? They just became part of trivia lore now, right? Who is it? Name a team that has won a game without getting a single hit.
They kept talking about
while getting no hit. So I mean, it's amazing. I love it.
They were talking about it on the broadcast. They were talking about it's happened like 6 times in the modern era.
6, I think. Yeah.
But they didn't. But they didn't. I don't recall like when the last time was, or what they're counting as the modern era. So
I'm with Zach on this. Yeah. This is awesome.
Cuba and Curacao are added to this. Curacao. I should have known that because of the little accent there. Yeah. So added to the Serie del Caribe.
Serie del Caribe.
I should have waited for you to pronounce it and then just imitated you.
There it is. Yeah.
Serie del Caribe. With the Murciélagos.
I am a huge fan of the Serie del Caribe.
I saw a Caribbean
Series. I was not
game.
a fan last year.
Boy. I saw a game when I was in Puerto Rico. I saw a game in San Juan. That was incredible. Yeah, that was amazing.
It's a lot of fun. A lot of pride goes into that one.
Oh man, the fans were great. I mean, it was just like the drumming the whole game long, and you just like so like good natured too, right? Like there was no like shouting, and it was like and like these awesome costumes and the drumming and the singing, and it was just
absolutely.
Yeah. I felt seriously gringo-y though there. Like I felt like I wanted to sing and dance and drum, and I was just like,
it's funny you say that because that's my nickname. That's what a lot of people call me.
Isn't that like your email address or something? Isn't there something like
Gringo? Yeah.
That's
that was my nickname growing up. Everybody called me that.
That's hilarious.
Because like, you're not Puerto Rican. I'm like, yes, I am. And everybody kept calling me that. But
yeah. All right.
I love that.
Very good. Yeah, Anna, what about you? With the no-hitter?
Yeah, I feel like you found a loophole there, right? Because then that works for me because 1, you get to check off the baseball bucket list. There's the no-hitter, done. And your team goes home winners. Like what more could you ask for,
Well, now here's
I'll
the other
take it all
question
day.
if you are official list keeper of, if you have a bucket list and you want to see a no-hitter, Major League Baseball doesn't recognize it as a no-hitter because it wasn't 9 innings. So
that's funny.
Do you actually get to check it off an 8-inning no-hitter?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think
it's a complete game though.
Listen,
I don't think Manfred is gonna come double check my baseball bucket list. But
all right.
who knows?
So it's your list and your list alone. All right.
Website updates.
Yeah, the website updates are incredible, right? Anna's just doing incredible work. We had no idea, like when we were first, when we first started talking about this group, and we were like, who's producing awesome content that we, who can we reach out to? And little did we know, I mean, it was just Ed and me, right? And like, we reached out to Anna, like, hey, we like your podcast and we're putting this thing together. And Anna's just like, oh yeah, and I'll build this awesome website and I'll do these awesome t-shirts and I'll do this and this and this and this. And we're just like, holy crap, like where did Anna come from? Like, where have you been all of our lives?
And I feel so like I have no idea what I'm doing. Anna like she keeps throwing these up and I'm like, yeah. Looks good.
But you forgot the most important thing I did, which was disconnect the Twitter feed from from our live show.
That's okay though, because you know what we did? Oh, look, it's back up on our
we're good.
Beautiful.
Somebody did a thing. All right.
I did it. I took care of it.
See, Ed, you're not so helpless. You're
what?
I'm gonna go retweet this right now.
It's there, yeah. So it should be live right now on our CBM Twitter space.
There it is. I see it.
All right. You know me. I got the list, guys.
All right, let's see it. Let's see the list of questions.
All right. Well, we're gonna start with a hot one. Okay.
Oh, yeah. All right.
This is something that we've been talking about this on Twitter, text messages. We've been talking about this. Minor League Baseball, Major League Baseball merch revenue. So how do we feel about this, guys?
So I'm laughing because I was like half awake the other day, and I tweeted something out about this where I was like all like righteous and I'm still righteous about it, and I still have strong feelings about it. But I tweeted something that required correcting, because I said something that I believed in my heart to be true and was picturing the correct thing when I said it. But I said that minor league baseball teams only get revenue when you buy from them at the game.
Mm-hmm.
And what I meant was they only get royalties when you buy from them directly. Either at the game or on the website. Mm-hmm. So I had like MILB promos emailing me. He's like, oh my God. So like when I tweet out a link to a team's website, they don't get royalties for that. And I'm like, no, can you believe it? And then like I had my coffee and I was just like, oh damn. I had to like go back on. I'm like, delete. So I didn't delete anything, but I corrected. But
it was they only get royalties if you buy them from their team website.
Right. So the team website or at the game. They don't get royalties. They don't get anything if you buy from Lids or Fanatics or 47 or any of the third-party sites.
Or Major League Baseball.
Or Major League Baseball. I guess, yeah. I mean, is Major League Baseball selling minor league baseball?
Some of them are, yeah.
It must be, yeah. So
I would assume, and like, has it been verified then that MILB.com, how they have their like general store? I would assume that's probably okay, right?
That's okay, because the general MILB store is actually just the collective of all the individual team stores.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, because you'll notice if you buy 2 things or 3 things from different teams off the MILB store, you get charged shipping from all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've noticed that.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
And it hurts.
Yeah. So it hurts.
Don't tell the CFO. Just
we will not. She's not watching right now.
Zach is absolutely right. I gave the minor league baseball Twitter community a
But I knew what you meant though. Like I know it's like, you got to either buy it there or on their team website, and that's how they get their revenue. So I still don't like the fact that like the way that all of this was worked out, that the third party, any kind of revenue will go to, it goes to
Major League Baseball at large. It's just, the license is through Major. So, and this obviously stinks, right? Like it obviously stinks. And this information is coming from directly from general managers, like people I've interviewed from minor league teams for the podcast, who have just told me. And this is like, they're sort of off air, and you'll hear one general manager in particular actually makes he makes comments about it on the actual interview. And so you'll hear that coming up on the Bowling Green episode in a few weeks. I still have episodes scheduled out through like mid-July right now. So if I get hit by a bus, then no one would know.
Well, me and Anna are still editing for this week.
Or tomorrow. Yes.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, they basically just said like, we had no choice but to take this. Like, we either lose our affiliation or we take this deal. It was sort of like take it or leave it, and so the minor league teams basically got strong armed into taking these deals. And the two things that I pointed out when I tweeted that out were, one, they're losing royalties off of stuff that's sold on third-party sites, and they're losing a ton of royalty on the shortened games. They're selling less merchandise and they're selling less concessions.
Right.
And so that's maybe that's a different conversation too. But like, these rules that are shortening the games seem to be a real problem.
Paul, do you know the answer to? So when a minor league team contracts with one of these big design firms, I mean, I would expect that a identity for a ball team is not cheap,
Right.
Do they get any sort of help from the parent club or from MLB? So it's directly the ball club the minor league team that has to front that cost, and then they have to give up some of that revenue after they've paid for that identity.
Is exactly right.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So how, and pardon my language,
here
how
we go.
shitty of a deal is that?
We can't call this clean anymore on Apple Podcasts.
I'm okay with it. But it's disgraceful. Let's be honest about that.
I mean, Colin's making some really interesting points. So Colin was at the Charlotte Knights last night, posted a beautiful photo of an ice cream helmet. Gates opened 35 minutes before the game, and the game was only 2 hours. This happened to me. I mean, to a lesser extent, this happened to me in Las Vegas, right? Like, it was like 2.5 hours, but the score was like 10-2, right? Like, it was this super long game. That was so.
That a boy, John.
So Jason knows.
I will say the Rough Riders they've kind of circumvented this to a degree because they've opened gates earlier than normal, I've noticed. And they're also running promos on drink specials before the game starts.
Nice.
Smart.
So we've been getting there earlier than normal and just, kind of checking out the park a little more, maybe doing some more shopping. Maybe that's all part of the plan, and it seems to be working because I have yet to leave. I have plenty of Rough Riders gear, but somehow every time I come home, there's more. So
that's awesome.
And the wife allows this?
Oh, she's championing it, Ed.
Yeah.
She's like
buying it too.
Yeah. She's like, well, you should get another. You don't have a gray hat, but look at how cute this teal hat would be on me.
Oh, there you go. And you can't say no to that, right? Like,
no.
And you're like, all right, I guess we're getting the both.
That's right.
Love it. That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
So I don't know. I mean, Ed, in regards to your question, I don't know, man. I mean, it's just another sort of example of minor league baseball strong-armed. Or sorry, Major League Baseball strong-armed minor league baseball, and like I don't know what the answer is. Like, support independent teams, but it's also like if you don't support these affiliated teams, like they didn't do anything. They didn't do anything wrong. So
So let me pose this other question then: is it really that big of an advantage to be an affiliated team at this point? Right? I mean, because you look at these indie teams now in the collegiate woodbat, look at the Appalachian League, right? They've been able to become very successful while, not being affiliated.
Yeah. The answer to that question is I think it's still to their benefit to be affiliated, right? They don't have to pay. They don't have to hire coaches or players, right? They don't have
it's
to
all hired by the MLB.
Yeah, all that stuff's staffed by the major league team. So, that's the sort of main advantage. I think there's still a cachet to being an affiliated team. If you're the AAA affiliate for a major league club, I mean, it's just, I think you're more of a draw. They play in bigger stadiums. They play in, I think, nicer facilities for the most part. But one of the things that I've heard from Pioneer League general managers is that they're really enjoying like the freedom that they have to do wacky things or make wacky rules. And And
Like the
this
home run derby,
the home run
inning.
derby
Yeah.
that John Southey loves so much. So so they have a certain amount of freedom, and it's like they've put more emphasis on winning because like they actually get to choose their own players, and so there's there's a certain amount of that going on there. But I think if they had their druthers, they would choose to be affiliated.
It's interesting too because like you would suspect, especially for double A and triple A teams, that they start to get these prospects that they're going to make a splash in the major leagues, right? So I think you've got Leiter here right now that is drawing big crowds every fifth day or whatever it is that he's throwing.
Mhm.
So I would guess that that's a perk of being affiliated, if you're indie or
Mhm.
some of these other leagues, they don't necessarily have those like come see future stars scenarios, but yeah, I mean there's a lot, unfortunately, like there's a lot of downside to it right now.
Mhm.
And it's
But I
not
don't know.
it's not by the doing of the minor league club. It's all
No.
by the major league club, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
That they're like, yeah, no, we're going to control everything.
Mhm. Mhm. And I
Yeah.
don't think it's over. I think this is a step in the process. I think we are on the way to a larger major league control of minor league baseball.
Hmm.
So that's what I think we're on the way to.
I
So
don't like it.
anyway, so
Well,
surprisingly, nobody on this question is coming down in favor of Major League Baseball, right?
no, and to be honest with you, I have not bought a single Major League Baseball hat.
No, we
Actually, you know
have.
what? I did I bought it from 47.
Uh,
It was because it was on sale. They gave me 50% off, and I had to do it.
Well, and we're all going in 3 weeks now. We're all heading to Minnesota to go to a Twins game, and
Yep.
let's smash some things though. Like at the Twins game, let's like smash some things on the way
Yes,
out.
let's get kicked out, Paul.
Let's get kicked out of the Twins game. Let's stage a big fight. We have like 15 to 20 people coming.
There it
So
is.
yeah, so
Because also St. Paul is not an affiliated team of the Twins either.
well, so listen, like we'll put on some fake mustaches. They'll never know it's us.
We got to change
minor
our
details,
t-shirts.
yeah.
Nothing that says CBM or anything like that. Okay, guys?
Yeah, we won't all be wearing the same t-shirts.
Let's do a flash mob in center field. How about
I
that?
like this. We'll have to
Let's
sing
set
a
it up
song.
on social media, flash mob, and
Yeah,
then get out.
We'll do a flash mob. We'll all sing. What are we going to sing? Safety dance.
Safety dance.
All right, I'm going to send out an email tonight to the Minnesota crew here that we're doing
Let's
safety
do
dance.
it. I like it.
Out
I
in
like
center
it.
field.
All right, so we all agree that none of us are happy with this change. Now that we all find out that it is actually true, and it sucks.
Maybe we
Yeah,
could
but-
hunger strike at the Twins game for like an hour.
Yeah, right.
Because otherwise
But,
it's dangerous. You don't do it longer than that.
I get
Props
hangry.
to Paul for bringing this to my attention. I had no idea about the revenue split, so like it'll make it a little easier to pay some of those shipping fees now, understanding why
Oh,
they are the way
absolutely.
they are. So
And here's the thing too. And you guys know I love 47, right? And 47 a lot of the times release some hats that are not available through the minor league club, right? So it sucks because, and this is before the whole conversation happened, I had bought the tourist hat, the one with the bear.
I mean, there's only so much you can do, right? Like, it's not like it's stopping you from buying other hats from the teams directly, right?
It won't.
So, you can still vote with your dollars there. It's all right. So, post
But
game.
if it's a hat that's like no longer around and it's only through 47, you best believe 47 is getting my money.
If there's only one place that you can get a thing, then get it there, right? Like if it's a thing that you like, so long as it doesn't replace
like the
buying
pizza
new
rats.
things.
that's
Like
right.
the pizza rats, or like your awesome old teddy bear Asheville Tourist hat.
I've been waiting so long for that hat.
I keep hearing about Juicy Lucy, by the way. This is something that people keep talking about. Apparently, it's some kind of hamburger with like cheese stuffed in the middle of it.
Where, in Minnesota?
In Minnesota, and I understand it's like right on the green line between the two ballparks. So this Juicy Lucy thing may have to become a reality.
It might have to come in reality.
Yeah.
Also, I did make that yesterday. Here, I grilled.
You grilled Juicy Lucy's?
I did.
I had no idea.
I love grilling.
I didn't even know they were a thing.
Yeah, amazing. It's delicious.
All right.
So, all right. Question number 2. Got to keep us in track.
I feel like
here.
we need Paul Schaefer over here somewhere.
All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right. What would your walk-up song, if you're playing baseball, what would your walk-up song be?
I have had the same answer to this question since like middle school. It is don't let's start by They Might Be Giants.
Wait,
I don't know it, but yeah.
Don't let's start by They Might Be Giants.
Why?
It's a great, like, first of all, I love They Might Be Giants. I'm a huge fan of They Might Be Giants.
Okay.
And I have been my whole life. They can be described, for those who are not familiar, they can be described as basically nerd rock. Like, imagine, like the sort of person like Ben Hill and me, right?
Mm-hmm.
We are people who will listen to Weird Al Yankovic, like, for his original tunes.
Yeah.
The people who will listen to Weird Al Yankovic for his original tunes are the people who are listening to They Might Be Giants. They are responsible. You may remember the theme song from Malcolm in the Middle, You're Not the Boss of Me Now.
Okay.
That's a They Might Be Giants song. So, yeah. So don't let's start by They Might Be Giants.
All
Nice.
right. Okay.
Ed, what do you got?
I'm trying to look for the name and I keep forgetting, but it's from Blink 182.
Already a good choice.
Yeah, exactly. Blink 182 is amazing. But I'm looking for this song right now because I cannot think of All the Small Things.
Mm.
Okay.
Just because the video was hilarious and then they were all running, just bucket naked or everywhere. So, but yeah, I would do that just because it's hilarious.
Nice.
You guys will be happy to know that the Phillies game has gone final. The Phillies won 3-0.
Oh, phew.
Oh, let me tell you.
With apologies to all the Padres fans out there.
Yeah, Guardians didn't play. They got rained out.
That's a moral victory.
Yeah, they lost to the Twins after
Anna,
they no-hit Pittsburgh.
Anna, what's your walk-up song?
I don't know that I have like a solid answer. Like, if I'm being honest with the world, it would probably be something by Taylor Swift. But I feel like that would get me laughed at. It reminds me of in 2019, Elvis Andrus walked out to Baby Shark the whole year, which I thought was hilarious. All the kids loved it.
It's amazing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Johnny be good.
Obvious choice for Johnny Bolin, who I'm glad is here. I was worried he's going to be a little late because Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is back in action. So I know that's a big player in his household too.
Yeah, he is all about it.
You know what I've discovered on the Earned Fun Average podcast here, by the way, is how you can adjust the speeds. You can play like at time and a quarter or time and a half if you have, if you're trying to catch up on your podcasts.
Yeah.
If you play the Earned Fun Average podcast at like time and a half, Eric sounds kind of like a Muppet, but Johnny sounds like a regular person.
I got to listen to it now like that when I go running tomorrow morning.
Johnny just sounds like a regular guy from the Midwest or something.
Gentlemen, go Otterbots. My buddy Johnny. All right. I want to see what any other Dr. Taylor Swift. No
That's
shame.
right.
Okay.
An honorary doctorate bestowed upon her at Yankee Stadium today.
What?
I'm so proud of Patrick for knowing that. Yeah, she did the commencement address at for NYU today, which was held at Yankee Stadium, and they gave her an honorary doctorate degree. So, Dr. T. Swift.
Sheesh.
Just love that Pat knew that and threw it out there. Our lives have been so enriched by knowing Pat Larson, like, honestly. So
I'm telling you, the world
with all these things out of nowhere.
The world is a better place if everyone has a hype man like Patrick.
That's
Larson.
right. And Pat is like everybody's hype man.
I bet you he's about to hype you up again, Paul, with your book.
He's doing it again, right? He's doing it again. All right, let's see here.
I like these. I was like, Derek Jeter's coming
seeing
out
everyone's
to Cameron's
songs
Candy.
Here. Let's Groove Tonight, Virgil Brooks.
Oh, nice.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like these. I like all of these walkout songs. They're just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give you a quick story here. It's funny, Ed, that you wanted to talk about this because the last weekend when we were at the game, I asked Nicole this question just out of nowhere because I was thinking about it for some reason. And she looked at me and she said, "Still Tippin' by Mike Jones," which is like this 2005, I don't
Yeah.
know if it's like rap or something like that. But she was insistent that they played at our wedding, and they did. So everybody loved that. But then I'm not even kidding you. Like an inning later, they played that song over the loudspeakers as like
That's
filler
great.
music. Yeah, this song
Awesome.
from like 2005. I was like, they're listening to us. They have to be.
Somebody just walked by us and now they were gonna play this.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
That's
Honestly,
awesome.
great. What is it? Okay, here's your question for you two married folks here. I'm as unattached as I've ever been in my whole life here, actually, like since like high school, basically. So I will ask you this question: what do you think of the stadium proposal?
I would have gotten murdered and she would have said no. And so there's that.
Are we talking like
In general, if you're in a stadium,
scoreboard?
yeah, the jumbotron, will you marry me? Not for you. Like, I'm not saying that,
No, if not
for
for me,
Darla and
no.
Nicole here. I'm talking about
Yeah, why not do it? If that's what you like, why not? Who am I to tell you what's wrong or
you're
what's
not going
right
to
or
yuck
wrong?
their yum. Exactly, right?
Yeah, you gotta play to the audience. I feel like there are some people who would absolutely love that and
Yeah.
think it was the greatest moment of their life, and there are some people like Ed's wife and my wife who would like probably murder us
Correct.
for putting that much attention on them. But yeah,
Wow.
I mean, I think if that's something that's on their bucket list, so to speak, like go for it.
I like that.
Anna's singing the hits here. Anna, that's like when Los Lobos plays La Bamba, right? Like Anna
Look
busted
at
out the
you.
bucket list, right? Like,
But it's true though. It's true. Like Darla would literally kill me if I
Yeah.
would have done that.
what
ours
if?
was
Okay, I'm gonna tweak this a little bit. What if you're already engaged? You've been engaged for a month, and you want to do this just because it gets you on the jumbotron. And it would be sort of a fun thing to do. So it's not the actual proposal, but you go and do it as a kind of a show.
So I will spin it on you. I would, you know what I would do? I was like, all right, honey, listen, we're already engaged. We got this. I'm like, let's do it on the jumbotron, but then you run away, right? And just leave me there.
Well, and teams have done that. They've staged these, and like the person says no, and so I don't trust them. I actually don't. When I see one, I don't actually trust it.
You're right, because there's those like the basketball ones where like she does the popcorn. Yeah, see, there it is.
So you could get engaged like on a moonlit walk on the beach, and then a month later do a staged proposal, and Darla's like, no, not only no this time, but no the first time too.
And we out. And all of a sudden I'm just there by myself.
There you go. It's like, well, I'll have both of these helmet Sundays, I guess.
Right. I guess I'm eating all this ice cream by myself. So that's so true. I'm telling you, that's just another day I'll tell you the story about our engagement and how that went from awesome to like my parents wanted to kill me.
Oh yeah.
So,
I had a similar experience, but it took 16 years.
Oh my god. All right, moving on. Okay, here's question number 3.
I don't know who Darla is yelling "tell it" to, you or me here, Ed. But
She said tell it.
She says tell it.
All right.
But I don't know who she's talking to.
So we got engaged. Well, I asked her to marry me Christmas Day, right? For Christmas.
Bold strategy.
Yeah, super bold, but it was just me and her. That's it. Nobody else around us. It was, we were together and all that. So we did that because she does not like the attention like I do, right? She will turn bright red, so
that's why one of you is hosting a podcast
and the other one is not. Exactly. The other one is the background, like, CFO.
The brains.
Exactly. So I was like, so that day I was like, my family was coming over. I had told everybody, hey, I'm going to be, proposing to her and all this other stuff. We have friends and everything. And I was like, and then I told her, I was like, this is what we should do. I was like, you should be like, I'm going to get on my knees and everything. And then you should just run away.
So Darla knew it was coming. It wasn't.
Oh yeah. No, we were already engaged. We were good to go.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. But she was playing along.
All right. This is just a miniature version of the Jumbotron then.
It is. It
Yeah.
This is
was
the Jumbotron, but with fewer
exactly.
people.
That's exactly what happened. My parents were on Zoom and everything.
Oh my God.
From Puerto Rico and all of that. My brother was there, and we did it, all that, and then the silence was hilarious. I thought it was the funniest thing. Everybody hated us. My parents never forgave me. It was like, "Oh, you took that away from us." I'm like, "Actually, it wasn't meant for you." So,
Yeah.
Oh my.
Nice.
I ruined some pregnancy announcements that way. I didn't mean to, but I did. Jason is curious what I'm drinking out of. The Kansas City T-Bones, now the Kansas City Monarchs. Got this cup for $1 at a T-Bones game.
that's awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Remind me never to let you guys be in charge of any like major announcements for anything.
No, we'll screw them up.
Oh,
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah. No, I think the phrase "man-child" is one that's been used to describe me a number of times. So
Yes, I am my wife's oldest child.
yeah.
So this is a true story. My father-in-law thought it was hilarious that he was the only one. So,
Nice.
whoopsie.
That's awesome. All right, Ed, wave the questions around here. What else do we got?
Here's the questions. Here we go.
All right.
Okay. And then this is some related to music. I thought we figured we'd go a little bit off script. No baseball here.
Thematic.
What group or band did you listen to in the 90s or 2000s?
It's the same answer. They Might Be Giants.
Really? That's it?
They Might Be
I
Giants.
was a Boys to Men, I was my first band that I listened to was All for One,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was
All right.
and of course,
90s and
Blink
2000s.
182.
Yeah.
I got Sister Hazel. That was my my top band. Probably still is. I've seen them like something like 13 or 14 times.
Just a
Wow.
few times.
Yeah.
Once or
Yeah.
twice. That's it.
Yeah. I did a lot of like the sort of like imagine the Scrubs soundtrack, right? Like if Zach Braff liked it, then I liked it too. Like it was Joshua Radin and like all the like the singer-songwriters, Brandy Carlisle, like so yeah, if it was on the TV show Scrubs or in like one of Zach Braff's movies like Garden State or something, I was listening to it.
Nice.
Jason, by the way, I also know O-Town. Yes, I do. I have no shame. I listen to Backstreet Boys and sync all of them. 98 Degrees, didn't care. Look at Johnny
Good
Bowling with
music,
Heavy
man.
D.
Awesome.
I like
Simple
it.
Plan, another good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yes, that's good.
Yeah.
I like these. I like all these groups that they're naming. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming because these are great. And nothing else though. No other groups for you guys. That was you guys were just like that was it. This is all I listened to.
I'm a knucklehead when it comes to music.
True story, Jason. True story.
Yeah.
True story. All right. So this is my last question, and then after that, you guys can ask whatever you want.
Oh yeah, because it's so hard for us to make conversation.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Do you guys believe that music? What is the role of music at a ball game?
Anna, you go. I mean, I'm happy to, but I feel like I've been yapping a lot. So
I love you know what I think is underdone and underplayed is the old school organ. I love that. I remember that was one of the things I loved most about Dodger Stadium was the organist would play, like they had their traditional walk-up music, that was actual like recordings of the songs, but then when one of the players would make a play in the field, the organist would like play that walk-up song on the organ, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever because so much of that now is just this pre-recorded stuff that kind of doesn't have the same it doesn't have the same like vibe to it, right? So I think it's awesome. And then
Doesn't
I think
the Cubs still do have the old organist?
Yeah, they do, yeah. And then they still do their seventh inning stretch is like a huge thing, and there are some clubs that do it really, really well.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, right? Like, I mean, I think the old school organ is awesome, especially when you can tell like that they're just sort of up there like reacting to things, right? Like the music, like
Right.
the organist is just sort of playing whatever pops into his head based on the moment or her head, and so it's like, I think that that's really fun. I think that plays a huge part. I think it can be overdone, right? Like I think that you can have music that's too loud or it's too long or it's too
Yeah.
intrusive on the or not appropriate to the moment or something. So it can be overdone, and that's usually the pre-recorded stuff, right? So I totally agree. The organic organ is just I'm all for that. Huge part of the ambiance.
Do you think that there's a difference between listening to music at a basketball game than at a baseball game, right? Because at a baseball game, it's become more of a social outing for a lot of people than a basketball game. It was more enclosed.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think the fact that that the music at a basketball, the fact that you're enclosed makes a big difference. And I think it's different music that they play, right? I haven't, I don't know what happens at hockey games. Baseball Poodle's back. I'm so thrilled that Baseball Poodle is here. I love it.
I think Baseball Poodle's walk-up song, if I had to guess, would be none other than "Who Let the Dogs Out."
Right. Although Who Let the Dogs In?
Yeah, that's
to the
true.
ballpark. So baseball. Whenever I think of Baseball Poodle, I need to find the team that's going to do my cat at the ballpark night that I already have a name for. I think
I
we talked
saw
about
this
that.
on Twitter. I did. I don't know who it was.
Yeah, me
I'll
too.
have
I
to
was
I'll
just
have to
thinking the
look,
same.
Wait,
but
someone took my idea
yeah,
for "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
that's literally what it says. Take me
Ah,
out. They
take me
see,
out to the ball game.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I gotta get my lawyers. I gotta get my lawyers ready here. This is I'm feeling litigious. Someone stole my idea.
Virgil, not Atomic Dog. Oh, this is amazing.
uh,
I'm allergic to cats, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, get Charles. Charles has a great comment here about the follow-up, which is a huge thing in Texas here, right? After "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," it's followed up immediately by, something that matters to the location. So,
mhm.
deep in the heart of Texas. Another big one is Cotton Eye Joe is like another one that we see a lot around here. So I love that too. I think that's cool.
Oh,
at, at
Cleveland
Coors
is the same
Field.
thing.
At Coors Field, they play "Hey Baby," and they put the lyrics. They used to. They actually changed it, and I might have been because I kept tweeting at them. I don't think that's true, but they eventually changed. They put the lyrics to "Hey Baby" on the jumbotron in Comic Sans, and
Oh,
every single time I would take a picture, and I would be like, "Rockies, please, no Comic Sans. You're killing me."
what is this? A lemonade stand?
What is this? Exactly. Not a Fortune 500 company.
Great.
Yeah, Cleveland does the same. The OHIO after the 7th inning stretch. After the
Yes.
Oh,
song.
yeah.
Yeah. Or like Madison, they do jump, which is apparently I didn't understand that at the Brewers games, but that's a big thing for Madison. So yeah, all sorts of stuff like that. I love it. I love that.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Beer barrel polka in Milwaukee.
Nice.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just everybody, or the iconic one, Boston, right?
Yeah.
Sweet Caroline.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kind of over it, be honest with you.
No, I love it. I love that song. So I worked at a movie theater when I was 16 years old for a summer, and they were like, you can have all the popcorn and soda that you want, and they're like, but by the end of the summer, you're going to be so sick of popcorn and soda. And I was just like, we'll see. And sure enough, by the end of the summer, I was hooked on popcorn and soda. Like I could not get enough popcorn and soda. To this day, I still kind of like can't get enough of popcorn and soda.
Because it's amazing.
Yeah, right, exactly. And so I'm a little bit that way with the song "Sweet Caroline." I could just listen to it on a loop, and I apologize because I know that it's insidious in a lot of ways, but I just can't get enough of it.
I'm okay with it.
I like
Go Cubs Go. That's another one, right?
Oh yeah, that's a fun one.
That's after a win, I think, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah.
right. I think when they're flying the W.
Charles is with me. He's over it.
That's okay. So I mean, listen,
it's overplayed. Okay, it's overplayed.
Now everyone's yucking my yum. How do you like that? I do like that Pat Larson's out there picking out our hats here. Ed, I kind of wore this one in honor of your most recent interview with Bridget that has not gone live yet, but you tweeted about interviewing Bridget. So
Yes, sir.
I know she's a Sacramento person and has connections to the River Cats team. And I like absolutely love this Tower Bridge logo. It's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
So,
that's a cool one. I like that one a lot. That's a
Yeah.
cool one.
Yeah. And Tower Bridge is like a very cool bridge, and it's right by the ballpark. And so every time I've been in Sacramento, which has been more than you would think, I try to plan my running routes to go across the bridge and around the ballpark.
Nice.
Yeah. I see the Tampa Tarpons are playing the New York.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Makes
Okay.
sense. Makes sense.
Okay, it makes sense. Yes, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But you're in Florida.
Yeah, but so are half of the people in Florida are New Yorkers, right? Like, so
It's true.
Yeah,
So relocated north.
Right.
I mean, I relocated, so I can't talk.
Right.
But still, it's Florida. You're not New York.
It's all right.
Don't stop.
I love
I
Journey.
love, yeah.
Oh.
See, that felt right there all day long. Yes. Some Journey, absolutely.
Yes.
I like that one a lot.
Mhm.
Too bad Donnie West is not here, but man, did you see the haul of hats that he bought?
Yes.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
He got a whole bunch. He must have just gotten one of each on the 47 store when they did that unveil. Speaking of the 47 store, we haven't mentioned about Ed Rivera getting
Right?
tagged by 47 brand on a on a text that they put out.
Not
there.
gonna lie, my heart stopped a little bit. I'm like, hold on a second. Let me make sure. Did I get this notification right?
And then just today, they the Burlington Sock Puppets tagged you with their new stirrup guy hat. So
and I just got tagged by Danville.
Did you?
Yeah, Danville. They call me sexy, so I'm not gonna lie.
The face of dad hats. I love it.
Face of dad hats.
It's a movement, guys. It's a movement. I'm telling you, it's happening. I just wish more teams, but it's okay. I'm gonna forgive them this year because of everything that's been going on in the world that can't get a lot of stuff and all that. But next year, there's no excuse for minor league teams not to have at least one dad hat in their store.
I waited for a long time for Burlington to do the stirrup guy dad hat, and then I finally just caved and I got the cool guy dad hat. And then
today just caved.
And then and I'm like, well, do I need two dad hats from the Burlington Sock Puppets? And so
yes, you do.
Well, maybe I'll get one in person there at some point.
There you go. When we're here, when you're here with and we'll go over there.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's all presuming that I have any time at all to take off from work, because right now I'm the interim executive director where I work. And
no, you will be taking off.
Well, I'm supposed to. My term as interim executive director is supposed to end on June 30, and I can go back to being our designer and communications guy. But
I'm gonna need you here.
They got me doing budgets and stuff, man. I'm like, can I do that in Photoshop?
I just threw up in my mouth.
Right, exactly. You know what's funny? All right, I have a funny story to tell. I am on the board of directors for an organization here in Colorado called the Colorado Society of Association Executives, which is basically a nonprofit association for people who work at nonprofit associations. And I work at a nonprofit association. So
first of all, before you continue, can they make the name even longer?
No, yes. I don't think so. The Colorado Society of Association Executives, it's kind of like the Department of Redundancy department. And so it's so they asked me, though, the CSAE is the shorthand for it here. So they asked me to do a podcast for them. I've told Ed this story already. So they asked me to do a podcast for them. I assume they're big Baseball by Design fans. I can only assume that's
huge.
What's going on there. Yeah, exactly. Right. Who isn't? So I was just like, yeah, for sure. And so it was like a 20-minute episode, and I was interviewing our new executive director, the executive director of the Colorado Society for Executive Directors. That's not what it's called. So anyway, I'm like halfway through the interview, and I'm like, it felt like a little draggy for me, right? So I'm like, I need to do something to sort of spice this up. This is supposed to be like a get to know the new executive director here. And so like I tapped into the resources, and I was just like, the famous, not so famous questions, the rapid fire questions at the end. So she's in the middle of an answer about something, and I'm over here Googling like icebreaker questions. And I'm like, all right, Sue, now comes the time where we really get to know you. And I'm going to ask you all these questions. And so like the first thing I said, I was just like, pineapple or no pineapple on the pizza.
That's amazing.
So I busted out like 3 of yours that I could remember right away. And I did not do the one, Ed, about flatulence, though. I left that one alone. I did not bring that one.
I only asked that question to the ball players.
There you go.
know.
All right.
In my defense, I only asked them just because I knew that they would be, they would give you a good answer.
So, but knowing
that question has been retired.
Oh, has it? Okay. Well, knowing that that our audiences were not overlapping, I felt like I could steal your shtick there, and
by all means, do it.
So it was totally fun. And at the end, she's like, "That was really fun." And I was like, "Yeah, I thought of that."
I'm taking full credit for it.
Yeah, I'll be taking all of the credit for this.
That's awesome. Love it. Good for you, because that's
licenses. I did tell her after the recording, and I was just like, "Yeah, I got that from my friend Ed." I was like, "It's a brilliant idea, huh?"
It's fun though, right? Because it's like, a lot of people don't expect a lot of some of the questions, right? Because it's meant to be fun.
Yeah. So. But then she kept asking me, "Why do you keep calling me Buckethead?"
Uh-oh.
Pat wants to know where he can get that T-shirt.
Oh, that's at baseballbucketlist.com. Thank you.
There it is, the hype man.
Patrick Larson.
There he is.
Coming in strong.
Hey, what do you guys have coming up on your podcast? Anna, what do you have this week? Tomorrow
I have Mr. Kelly Park, who is the author of a book series called something. I only remember the subtitle, which is Sandlot Stories from Pros. So he gets to interview these former ball players, and they tell stories not about their MLB days, but the days of their childhood when they used to play pickup games like 500 and pickle out in the street. So it's a really cool one.
Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
I liked also the story that you told of your former guests getting engaged.
Oh yeah, that was a great piece of news. So episode 41, Dylan and Laura, they got engaged at the ballpark, which might have been the impetus of the question. But they were it was a ballpark tour, so it seemed like a quiet affair, and at our friends the Greenville Drive. So, but yeah, that was great to see. I'm super happy for them, and it's
congrats
just a really
to them.
Cool
That's
story.
awesome.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
that was cool. Ed, what do you have next week?
Actually, on Friday, I'll be releasing a special episode. I did an interview with Britt Davis. She also was one of the designers of the MLB Rally event that they put together. She designed the Oak City Owls, so you guys should check that out. I'm going to put everything there. But yeah, she is. I'm doing that on Friday. It's about a half-hour interview. And then next week, I have Antonio Garcia. He is the head baseball coach for the Pioneers.
Okay,
nice.
The
Very
Western
cool.
Nebraska Pioneers. So that's coming out next week.
The Western Nebraska Pioneers were the only live baseball that I saw in 2020. It's about a 3-hour drive from my house, and well, I mean, I hardly have. I mean, back then the Pioneer League was affiliated.
Yeah.
And so that season was canceled. There was the Rockies that I basically couldn't really get into. And then, and there was nowhere else where I could go for baseball. So I went and saw some collegiate summer level baseball 3 hours from my house. And it was the Western Nebraska Pioneers.
We'll see if they play though. I mean, there's a lot going on with that whole league right now. So a lot of legal issues.
Yeah, there's a lot of wackiness going on with that league, and a lot of them switched over to the Expedition League, which is a whole different thing. So, so for me next week, I have the Danville Otterbots. I've got Austin Scher on, who's been on all the podcasts, but it was fun to have him on. And then I have my sort of post-interview sequences. I have 2 Danville Otterbot ambassadors from the great state of Montana. I have Tim Stoops, and of course from the great state of Missouri, Johnny Bolin. I did have to speed the audio up a little bit to make that work, but it's I had the great pleasure of being interviewed recently for the Earn Fun Average podcast. And these poor guys, I just held them hostage for like 2 hours. Like I would not let them hang up the phone. I'm like, no, I'm having too much
No.
fun
We're gonna
with it."
keep going. Let's go. You got plenty of time. Send me
So,
another link.
either I'm going to force them to cut like literally half of the interview, or Eric said they might make it a 2-parter. So
I like it.
Yeah, we talked forever. It was great. I had so much fun with it, and I wouldn't let them go.
I like it.
It sounded like it was fun. Yeah.
It was totally fun.
John, the book I was talking about was Just Like Me. I don't know why I blinked on the proper title, but that's what it's called. So Route 66 must be something different that I'll have to look into. I thought it was Mississippi. I thought so.
It was
When you said that, I was like,
as soon as
I don't
Eric said
know.
that, I was like, I screwed it up. Eric, Johnny, Mississippi, Missouri. I apologize. It's I've recently come to learn that those are technically 2 different states, and so
What? That's crazy. Are they?
We'll fix it in post, guys. Luckily, we're not live streaming this.
Thank God. Right? Whoopsie. Missouri, home of the Brits and Shuckers. I like it. Like it a lot.
Well, what a great note to end on.
That is a perfect. So, hey, guys, that was a lot of fun.
As always, it's a total blast. My next order of business here this evening is I'm off to design a T-shirt for the Minnesota Adventure.
I like it. I'm excited for this, guys.
Me too.
And if you guys are interested, go to corporatemedia.com and then make sure to sign up for that. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yep. I'll tweet out about it again here soon too, to get our mailing list going. We've already got 15, 20 people. So, all right. Yeah. Thanks, guys. This was a blast.
Bye, y'all.
You guys are the best. Bye.
Bye.
As Carla says, bye.